Actually, I don't believe that art could change something in terms of climate change, but it definitely could depict something which is maybe not obvious, and to speak in some like different way, maybe more emotional way, and to point some problems or some questions which you didn't think about before. And I like the idea of like generally creating some universes and space transformation. So for me, it's very interesting if you come if you could come to the room and somehow transform the space and feel something different and take something like different feeling out of this space. The landscape here very much connected to some industrial stuff, like all the beaches and all the structures on the beaches connected to industry, and all this brutalism. Massive buildings connected to industry as well, because they are due to industrial money. So all these structures that I really liked and that are interesting for me, they are connected to industrial period, to modernism era, and now we feel this crash of modernism era in terms of a lot of these, for example, structures and infrastructure connected to mining. It has been demolished, and I've been told that lots of modernist buildings, they've been demolished as well. So like now they are not suitable for our like way of living. So we invented it, this concept of like ideological concept of the modernism, and then we demolished or cancelled this. We did this kind of research about the idea, the concept of the beach, and the concept of the beach is quite recent. It's from like, let's say, mid-18th century, and before it was like a place of danger, and then slightly step by step it became a place of like pleasure, of fun, of something. And here I felt very much these traces of like all the approach to the beaches. For example, in Seaham, when I've seen like the beach as a place of memory, and from my perspective, like place of sorrow. So it's like lots of monuments in there for miners, for fishermen, for like World War. So it's like memorial space rather than fun place. So it's like it's interesting for me because in Ukraine we don't have like that. What I've learned from the archive, actually from the common room, that here beach was a place for industrial, this like leftovers. So it's like places for industry, but very much like a trash can for industry, which is like also interesting way of usage. But the idea came when I've heard that Tannenberg Archive has these bits of radio advertisement, and I thought, okay, it's good to have ads, but what for? I mean, the material, like the medium, it's very hypocritical, so it's like it's not about honesty, it's something about like show off and something like this. So, and I found this material very interesting in these terms, and I like this beats it's like retro style something. They are more, I think, like these ads from 80s, they're like brighter, they're bolder than nowadays, so it's much more like funny in some way. And I thought that, okay, so irony, it's some kind of filling in method which is nowadays it's I mean, it helps you. Irony helps you a lot to cope somehow with nowadays. For myself, because you can't take it seriously. So it's too scary if you take it seriously. But if you are ironic, you somehow could manage and to cope with all this happening. And so I thought that what we're looking for, actually, what we need. So we definitely need this concept of future, but it's very difficult to believe in future now, especially if you are from Ukraine. And at this point, I could, if it's a game, if I could play the game, so I could create the concept of future, which I really like. So which is like happy, predictable, nice, bright, and like funny in some way. So of course it will never happen, but why can't I play? So I could play with it, as much as I can, actually. Now I feel I could try my power, of this creating these worlds which will never happen, but still,